So what makes Kittle unique amongst that elite tier of tight end?
Great blocker, I say first off. Physical player, good route runner as well. Good run after catch guy. Just a great player. Like you said, he's one of those top tier tight ends they got in this league, and we got to do a good job of challenging him come game day.
Some of the pundits want to downplay what Brock Purdy does as a quarterback. They want to just kind of point to the supporting cast. So, as someone who's watched the film and had to prepare, for him, what do you see from him, and what makes him such an effective quarterback?
Yeah, he's been a great quarterback for their team. Getting the ball, able to get the ball out quick, put the ball where it needs to be, goes through his progression. Like I said, accurate quarterback, able to make everything on the field, and just leading those guys over there. So he's definitely coming up in this league, and definitely going to have a challenge ahead of us.
What's it like to have to try to deal with him both from a run standpoint and a pass standpoint?
Yeah, like I said, dynamic player, able to make plays out of the backfield, whether that's running the ball or catching the ball. So definitely got to see where he's at all times on the field, whether he's flexed out in a receiver position or in a running back position. So like I said, dynamic player, and yeah, he's good. He's a good one.
Brock Purdy is really careful with the ball. He's thrown a pick this year. So is that do you defend a guy like that differently? That taking a chance might not work. So how do you deal with that?
No, I wouldn't say taking a chance wouldn't work. We just got to do our job and execute our assignments. And I feel those takeovers will come. He's done like you said, done a great job of taking care of the ball and not throwing any interceptions. But like I said, we got to just be in great position and find ways to attack the ball and put ourselves in those positions to take it away.
And so obviously, you've mentioned all the playmakers that they have, and you guys have gotten off to a good start on defense. So how do you think you guys match up with all their guys?
Yeah, I think we match up well, like I said, but they're a dynamic offense and definitely go present a great challenge for us. But I think we're up for a challenge and looking forward to it, going against those guys and kind of seeing where we're at and trying to find a way to get a win.
What's your reaction did you watch the game Sunday night live?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So when you're watching film then, Dallas had a really good defense. Going into that game and gives up 42. What do you think when you see that?
Yeah, like I said, they're a great team, great offense, put up a lot of points. Dallas is a great team as well, but we're different defenses. They're Dallas and we're Cleveland, so we got different personnel, different coaches, different everything. So we just gotta be us, do what we do, go out there and execute, and try to find a way not to let them put up all those points and score. So.
Denzel, Coach Stefanski said Monday that turnover margin has to change. There will be an emphasis on takeaways and keeping the ball. So has there been a new emphasis this week on takeaways? Yeah,
I think takeaways has always been an emphasis, and we got to do a great job of continuing and try to put ourselves in position to attack the ball. We get PBUs and breakups and stops, but trying to get both hands on the ball and take it away help our team. So that's definitely been an emphasis, but yeah, he's definitely go ahead.
Is that in meetings or is it on the practice field?
I think it's everywhere. They present it in the meetings, like we need to get takeaways and showing us plays and ways that we could go and take the ball away, and then we go out there on the field, like you guys see out at practice, practicing those takeaway drills and trying to get takeaways in practice.
Denzel, how do you approach a player like Debo Samuel who can be using his go ways wide out? Justly, how do you approach a guy like that? Does that construe the game plan a bit, or does it stay the same, you feel?
Just another guy that is dynamic and able to play multiple positions, whether that's running back or a receiver, and gotta know where he's at all the time on the field, and just do what we do, make plays.
There seems to be this general vibe that the 49ers are the best team in football. You guys are underdogs in this game. And that you don't have much of a chance. You don't even know if Deshaun Watson's going to play. What is your mindset in here, just about how you guys are approaching this game?
Yeah, they are a great team, and they deserve that. They're 5-0. They showed it on tape, but I think every game's a new game. So we gotta go out there and show it that we're a great defense and great offense, great team, and just as they gotta go show that they're that number one team out there as well. So like I said, they present a great challenge for us, but I think we're up for it.
You guys have obviously had a very dominant defense starts in the first part of the season, but what else do you think you guys still need to show just, like as a unit?
Like Coach has been saying, I think we still got to get those takeaways, and I think that's been a big emphasis. So definitely getting those takeaways, but I don't think we need to do anything crazy. Just continue to be ourselves and go out there and play our game, play our ball, and I think everything else will take care of itself.
Is there something about the way that Kyle Shanahan calls plays that stands out to you? Because it looks like he gets guys running free a good amount.
Yeah, great play caller. Like I said, they got great personnel, great play caller, and we just got to do our job of being on the same page. I think it's about us and just executing our call and assignment and try to prevent guys from running free or getting open like that.
I know it's not up to you guys, but were there some positives from having the bye week for the 49ers, extra time to rest or prepare, or what did you take away from it?
Yeah, I think a bye week is always good. Just a time to decompress, get away for a little bit, get your bodies right, and get ready for the next game.
Appreciate it. I'm sorry, I was going to say, P.J. Walker starts this game. What impact will that have on you guys as a defense?
I think as a defense, I mean, like I said, we just got to be us and do what we do. If PJ starts, then great. He's a great quarterback. I think he'd go out there and help us win for sure. And then defense, we just got to do a great job of putting the offense in great position to make plays and, like I said, getting those takeovers and trying to find a way to win.
Amari, what do you make of the situation in quarterback, and how challenging is that for someone like you, kind of preparing with so many moving parts and kind of uncertainty, I think, at this point?
Yeah, I mean, it's just part of the game. I mean, this is my 9th year. I played with a multitude of different quarterbacks, been in situations similar to this before, so it's not anything that's surprising. You have to be very adaptable in these types of situations. As far as the challenge, I don't really see much of a challenge. I mean, obviously, communicating with a new quarterback who I haven't played in a game with before, but it's just the same. I go out there, I create separation, I catch the ball, I do my job.
This is pretty much first week Walker is thrown to first teamers. What's it been like in practice?
It's been cool. Caught a couple balls from him. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a ball coming at you that you have to catch. It's not. I don't really see it as, a huge challenge. I don't see it as a huge challenge as long as I do my job.
San Francisco comes in, I think they're like giving up a lead low, like 13 or so points per game. When you look at that defense, what's made them so good, and what challenge does that present to you as someone who's looking to go out there and make some plays against them? Yeah,
I mean, they're a very proficient defense. They do a lot of things well. The thing that jumps off the tape kind of the most is the speed. They all hustle to the ball every single snap. They try to create turnovers. They try to punch the ball out every single time. They have some skilled guys on the outside. They play physical. They really try to challenge you in a pass game. They really trust in their front seven to get to the quarterback and to make plays. So, I mean, I think they're a good all-around defense. So we just have to be a good all-around offense, which we are.
Amari, what does it say about David that he was able to go out there and play in that game after what happened to him Friday night?
It says a lot about him. Showed a lot of toughness on his part, 100%. There are a lot of players who definitely would not have played with that happening to them less than 48 hours before the game, and for good reason, But, I was actually surprised when he played as well. But it says a lot about his toughness.
What was your initial reaction when you saw his face?
Well, I've been burnt like that before, not on my face, so I could just imagine the amount of the pain he felt. It was crazy. I was just like, how the heck did he do this? What was he trying to do? But he was able to play through it, which was amazing, because just putting the helmet on I'm sure was very painful. So imagine getting tackled, your helmet always coming down, you're sweating. It was a lot. It was a lot he had to deal with. I commend him for that.
How did you do it? How did you burn yourself?
Well, I just burnt myself because I played in Oakland on the baseball field, so I would get tackled on it all the time. I would scrape my skin to the white meat, but I have to wrap it and stuff like that. But it wasn't on my face, though. Yeah.
I know in the offseason there was a lot of focus on finding ways to get explosive plays in the pass game. And I think you guys had like 7 plays over, whatever, 20 or 30. How do you think you can generate more of that?
More explosives?
Yeah.
Just throwing the ball downfield more. You know, that's the easiest way to generate an explosive, right? Just throw the ball downfield, let guys go up and make a play. You know, there's always the line between trying to scheme an explosive and just letting guys make plays. So I'm all for either, but I could go up and make a play, or you know, we could scheme a play based off of the defense that's placed in front of us. So
Going into the bye week, both games are very intense against. You mentioned turning the ball on offense. Turning the ball over on offense is like main priority to try and eliminate coming out of this bye week. San Francisco comes in as one of the lead takeaway teams in the league. So I guess what do you do in practice to emphasize collectively as a team, not just you individually, ball security?
Yeah. I mean, turnovers is the biggest differentiating factor between winning and losing. So we just preach and drill and try to hone in on, you know, ball security, catch and tuck, always protecting the football, because it's all about the ball. This is what this game is about. It's about the ball. So the remedy for that is to protect the ball at all costs. You know, we say that the hopes and dreams of the organization, of the Cleveland Brown organization, is in the guy who has the ball in his hands at the time. So that's how serious we take it.
Amari, I know you talked about it, in like Deshaun and Jacoby last year talked about like the communication aspect with you and how much you really lock in and talk to them about things you're seeing and stuff. How much important is that when you do have a new guy potentially that could be starting, and just that communication aspect?
Yeah, I mean, communication is very important. I mean, at the end of the day, you just want to be on the same page with the people you're trying to achieve the same goal as. It's just easier to achieve the goal that way. So that's the perspective I look at it from.
What's like most important in that communication? Is it just like you describing like what you're seeing? If it's like a new guy out there, if it is PJ?
No, actually, I think the most important part is the feedback from both of us. It's a two-way communication style. Like, I'm telling him what I see on a certain play, and I expect him to tell me what he sees on that same play, and then we come to a conclusion together on what's the best way to attack that scenario. So that's how I look at it.
Has it been kind of a little bit more of a point of emphasis this week, especially just with PG, I guess?
Yeah, of course. I mean, throughout the course of the week leading up to the game, we're going to be constantly communicating. You know, when we go out there today and practice, I'm sure we'll have some plays that we need to communicate about before the game. So we'll do that.
Is there an advantage of knowing ahead of, before game day, that you're going to have a different quarterback? You mean like in that Baltimore game, you didn't know until after warm-ups that Deshaun wasn't playing?
Yeah, it could be an advantage from a communication standpoint, 100%. You just get to communicate with the guy who you know is going to be back there over a longer period of time. Yeah.
What did you think when you see all the weapons that they have and trying to face George Kittle and everything that San Francisco had?
Yeah, I watched some of it. They took care of, they handled business. They handled it pretty well. They're probably the best overall team right now in the NFL, in my opinion. So that's a challenge for us, man. We wouldn't want it any other way. So we're going to prepare for them this week and be ready for them on Sunday.
They make a lot of big plays and they score a lot of points. When you watch them on film, do they really jump out at you like you feel like, man, we're going to have our hands full Sunday?
Yeah, like I said, they're a great team right now. Nobody's been able to stop them. They don't turn the ball over a lot. They get a lot of takeaways on defense. They have a unique scheme on offense, and we run a similar defense to them that they run. So they've seen it before. So it's going to be a war. We're ready for it, and we're going to prepare, like I said, and get ready.
Nothing flashy about Purdy, but what stands out about him?
He takes care of the ball. He makes good decisions. He finds his playmakers. They have plays drawn up for him. That's nice reads for him, and he makes the reads. So he's been doing that so far. So you know, hopefully we cause a little problems for him.
Shanahan likes to do a lot of pre-snap movement.
Yeah.
Is that just to get you guys off your spot? Is that there's some times where he's just doing it to do it to get guys to move?
Yeah, that coach believes that you know, motions. It's like 80% motion every all their snaps. So he believes that it gets guys out of position on defense and maybe can drag them a little bit to open up a spot right behind them. But also, then again, it could backfire on them as well. But he believes in it, and that's what they do well. And it opens up a lot of passing lanes and gaps in the run game too. So they do a good job of it.
So is patience really the key then to kind of combat that? You got to stay true to what you're doing so you don't get caught up in just movement for movement's sake?
Yeah, I think that just doing your job, man, and having your eyes where they're supposed to be. The thing about motions is that they're trying to distract you, you know, from doing your job. You know, if it doesn't have anything to do with you, you shouldn't be worried about it.
What do you guys have to do collectively to get back to playing defense like you did in the first 3 games?
One more time.
What do you guys have to do collectively as a defense
to
get back to the way you played in the first 3 games?
I think we're playing well overall right now, to be honest. We had a bye week too, so I think we're going to come out there with fresh legs. So we shouldn't have any excuses in that aspect. But, you know, I think that we've been on par so far. We had a little slip up here and there, a couple plays in Baltimore. But, you know, we're going to get back to what we do, man. It's just that we haven't left it. That's why, you know.
Grant, what's most important for you guys as a defense when you have to account for a guy like McCaffrey who can kind of do it all?
Well, I think that their offense, all of their key players can do it all. You know, Debo lines up in the backfield, McCaffrey, they get out, the ball. Kittle does everything pretty well. So I think that's something they pride their offense in. So it's not just one of them. That's why they're so good. So it's gonna be a good game for us.
Great. Does all that pre-snap movement affect safety and the linebackers more than anybody?
Depends on the coverage. Depends on the coverage what we in. Like I said, if it has to do with your job, then it has to do with you. But if it doesn't, you need to keep your eyes where they should be. So that's just the whole distraction.
You know, there's this stat that Schwartz's defenses, wherever he's been, it's like 8-1 against Shanahan's offenses.
Oh, really?
Wherever he's been. Has Schwartz talked about that at all? Like in meetings, like, here's what I did in Philly to stop the Falcons when they were good. Has he?
No, he didn't say anything about that. Probably because it's working. Yeah, but
I mean, he hasn't shown film of the Eagles defending Schwartz.
Oh yeah, of course we watched that. Of course we watched that, but he hasn't brought up that point of being 8-1. But of course, old film and old things that's worked.
Showing like Eagles film against.
Yeah, man. You want me to give you all the secrets and the answers? Man, I can't do that.
Can you just talk about the fact that these guys are coming in here at 5-0, and you guys are the underdogs.
Yeah.
They're so strong from top to bottom. They just crushed the Cowboys. There's this general sense of, oh, you guys have no chance. I mean, it just almost seems to be the vibe.
Who said that?
I don't know. It just.
I ain't heard that one.
But I mean, what is your guys' mindset heading into, you know, facing this undefeated team that is so dominant right now?
They gotta come see us. At the end of the day, they come to our house, man. And like I've said before, they're a great team right now. Quarterback's playing probably the best in the league, and the scheme fits him. They have a great defense. Like I said, man, they're riding their high horse right now. So that's probably the best time to get them.
Who came up with We the Mob?
It's in the off season. I don't know. I think it might have been AWOL. You got to ask him about that. But it's from a song, We the Mob. But something different. I don't know if it's our nickname, but you know what I mean. I think it describes us pretty well.
Why do you say that?
We the Mob. I appreciate y'all.